Hey, I don't get it. Dude, what is your problem? Works. It's Excelsior! Oh my god, it worked!
Hey. We actually get started sometime today?
Yeah, the anime's over on the bookshelf behind you, next to Claymore. Yeah, that's gotta be it.
Oh, great. Slutty nuns.
Alright. Ah! Holy shit, dude, what are you thinking? You could have killed me!
No!
That is not what we're watching this week. This is. Start the damn show!
Party, 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 I wanna have a party. I need to have a party. You better have a party. Party, 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 you gotta party hardy. I'm gonna have a party, or else you will return.
Welcome to Cover by Cover. I'm Juju, and this is Jaw.
Fuck you!
Hey, you know what? You've got no right to be mad at me. The only reason I was about to pick Chrno Crusade is because you were late to your own fucking show.
Yeah, you were gonna pick it, but you didn't. I forgive you.
Eat a dick. Anyway, this week we're going to review something that, frankly, I wish we didn't have to. Simply because, personally, I've already been down this road. Or at least one like it. Let's go back a year and a half. So back before Alan and I even decided we were going to do Animerica, much less JT and I decided we were going to do this show, we wanted to watch a really great horror anime when Halloween came around. So I went to numerous forums and asked websites trying to figure out what the best horror anime was. And the overwhelming consensus was a little anime known as Hellsing. So, recognizing the name just from word of mouth, I picked it up. And so Alan and I sat down on All Hallows Eve to check it out. And it sucked! Yes, quite the poignant social commentary. In an exploitation horror show? Oh yeah! That is the sexiest dance I've ever seen! Don't stop now, baby!
I've never had a sister.
But when we dared go so far as to express our opinions, even though we used the show's own awful content as all the evidence necessary, it turned out that we had unknowingly done something that we could never undo. So, when Hellsing Ultimate debuted to almost unanimous critical and fanboy acclaim, I knew this day would inevitably come. But that doesn't mean that I'm looking forward to it. At all.
Well, sometimes you just have to face the music, Captain Pussy Willow. Nut up or shut up. Okay. Nope. This week, we're taking a look at the show that has been requested by many fans, and the show that will fulfill all of their wildest dreams.
So, we're looking at 2 shows this
Zip
week?
your lip!
Hellsing is, of course, one of the most popular manga of all time. But back when the anime was made, it was 8 years before the manga's final volume was released. They had very little material to work with, so they tried to guess where it was supposed to go, and they didn't get it right.
His stupid face makes me want to empty a bottle of disinfectant all over it.
I mean, like, objectively. Look at this fucking disaster. He's an African voodoo alien who is also somehow a vampire. Anyway, after the manga's run ended, Genion got back together to pull a Full Metal Alchemist and redo the whole thing. During localization, Anime News Network sat down with the director and producer of Hellsing Ultimate and pointedly asked the question whether or not this was better than the original show. Clearly not wanting to admit the original show was crap, the director and producer dodged the question 3 separate times, giving mixed, confusing responses, stating that they ultimately considered the show a success. They also stated that many battles were lost and that it was the most physically taxing show they'd ever worked on. But Hellsing Ultimate was going to be better, right? Much better? Wait, maybe they're saying it's the last one.
Are you fucking retarded?
So naturally, with all those raised expectations, this show had better be good or I give up on vampires forever. Yep, that's right. Hellsing will be the death of my love of vampire lore, not Twilight. Let that one sink in real deep.
So, will different be good enough, or is this all just symptoms of Funimation tying their own people's hands to prevent the downsell of a product they just purchased the rights to?
Wait. They re-released the original Hellsing series?
Yes.
What? Why? Why the fuck would they do that?
Well, probably because they were banking on people confusing it with Hellsing Ultimate. But anyway, it's time to get ultimate. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Hellsing Ultimate!
Starring Crispin Freeman.
So the show begins in Spoonie's basement, where a little girl hides from this hideous pedo stash.
Where are you? Where are you? My lovely little niece, my pretty niece, my budding little Fraulein.
Holy crap! This guy's gonna twirl his mustache right off his face! Calm down there, dude, before you jizz sin all over the walls.
So, German John Wilkes Booth here is stalking his niece, Integra, Fairbrook, Wingates, Hellsing, Jefferson, Clayfield, Jeremy Irons, because she had inherited the Hellsing organization from her father's now-dead facial snake. Uncle Satan is utterly shocked that he'd pick her clearly hairless face. Luckily, though, she finds Iezu Otaku's corpse just in time, and thankfully, she brought blood.
So while Saris Victoria and her bestest police frenzies get attacked by Christian Charles Manson and his bestest vampire frenzies, we are introduced to an adult Integra in all of her awesomeness.
That's ridiculous. Vampires? Do you really expect me to believe this occult nonsense?
Why on earth would a cheap bureaucrat like yourself know anything on the matter? How dare you even question my credentials? The Hellsing organization has been defending the British Empire from such monsters for generations.
Integra goes on to explain how vampires make ghouls out of most people, including people of the same sex as the vampire, who is clearly male, as well as deflowered women. He is therefore only capable of making vampires out of virgin women. Already this show has a leg up on the original series because it took an entire 2 minutes to establish how vampires work in this show. I know what you're thinking. Duh, man, that's like classic vampire lore, man. Well, who cares? Also, shut up, you stupid fucking hipster. Like them or not, the Blade movies have their own vampire rules, the Twilight movies have their own vampire rules. Hell, the original Hellsing had its own rules with the chipped vampires that permanently went unexplained. You need to establish the rules of your universe if we're going to be able to go along for the ride. And the fact that this show does it already improves upon the original. Pretty sad, huh?
True. But there's something else I want to bring attention to, and that is Integra, Fairbrook, Stallone, Kruger, Van Damme, Schwarzenegger. I mean, look at this woman!
If you are to stop the ghouls from further multiplying, you're going to have to terminate that vampire at the source. And this is where Hellsing comes in. We will take care of your vampire.
That's insane.
I can assure you, gentlemen, that one of our finest anti-vampire field agents is already en route to Cheddar.
You know, one of the biggest complaints I had about the original series was just how abysmally awful Integra's character was. She never did anything, bitched constantly, and personally insulted anyone who did anything of merit. She was just a horrible bitch. But in this show, this version, she's friggin' awesome.
I couldn't agree more. She's got more balls than half the guys on the cast. But there is one character who beats all of the rest. One character who rises to the top. One character who soars peerless over a sea of ghouls, vampires, and other hideous creatures of the night.
When dealing with monsters, vampires especially, I promise there is no greater expert walking this earth.
How beautiful. Nights like this make me want to have a bite to drink. Yes.
Yes! Yes! Ladies and gentlemen, Crispin...
Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Crispin Freeman. Son of a...
Crispin Freeman, Crispin Freeman, Crispin Freeman. He plays Alucard, and who gives a fuck what else he plays? He's fucking Alucard. I really love the way he stabs motherfuckers through the chest with his bare hand. Holy shit, Crispin Freeman, I really like him.
Thank you! Thank you, my adoring public!
I hate you.
Sorry, what?
So as everyone probably knows, Alucard shoots a blessed silver bullet through Ceres's giant breast in order to kill the vampire. But because she's a virgin, he then turns her into a vampire. Back at the Hellsing camp, ah! Damn it, Integra, get your lesbian boner under control!
You're too loud, police girl. I don't care if you are a vampire. You're still English. Have some manners.
See? Integra lays down the fucking law in this show. There ain't no pussyfooting around bitching at people because they didn't somehow internally figure out what she wanted to do while she tries and failed to lead passively aggressively from the shadows. She's in everyone's face and she's not above verbally smacking a bitch to make her act right. This Integra is straight up awesome.
So we cut immediately to the second episode of the original series, where those two vampires who like to get off on bleeding corpses have once again rubbed Integra and Alucard the wrong way.
This is an offense against God and Christendom. They mock our church, our country, and Hellsing itself. The target is moving north on Route 17, butchering whole households along the way. Do not leave a single freak standing!
Just a minor point here, but it's still relevant. In the original show, the freaks were those made-up nonsense ship vampires, which again was fucking stupid. But in this series, freaks is a derogatory term for all enemy vampires, ghouls, etc. Another improvement on the original series. Simply by doing simple things that make sense.
You can't heal any of your gunshot wounds. And now that you're out of bullets, you can't even defend yourself. You dare to call yourself Nosferatu? You disgust me. Good shooting, police girl. This is only the beginning. And there's a long road ahead of you.
Well, I guess I don't need to see anything more. I mean, I really want to, but I already know I'm watching the rest of this. Alucard is on steroids in this version. He's probably the only really awesome thing about the original series, but there was never anywhere near enough of him. This time, he is all over this anime, and it fits because he's the Jack Sparrow of vampires. He's so awesome that, really? Jack Sparrow is the Alucard of pirates. And one thing that this incarnation of Hellsing nails perfectly is just how much screen time he should have. Keyword, much. In addition, look at Sarah's Victoria. She's not some bumbling fuck-up in this. Instead, she's actually competent, and she only gets better over the course of this episode as well as the next one.
Okay, dude, that's enough. I think it's time for us to give our official verdicts. If you're done sucking Alucard's long, dragging dick, that is. Dude, what the fuck? Just calm down. I'm fucking kidding with you, man. Calm down. I love the show, too.
Having seen not only the Animerica episodes of Hellsing, but also the original anime itself, Hellsing Ultimate literally does everything right that the original show did objectively wrong. The first anime was an ill-advised, money-grubbing cash-in on the manga's popularity and nothing more. It was an abysmal failure that clearly had no passion or drive behind it aside from greed. This show, however, gets it all right. It has the entire manga to get it done, and it is clearly on track. We only took apart half of the first OVA here, and one of the most awesome things in the show, Alexander Anderson, is on deck. But we figure you can just go watch him yourself.
Definitely. Just like Last Exile, we don't want to spoil this show. It's a violent, blood-soaked romp that's self-aware enough to play around with its own premise and revels in its own over-the-top silliness. A trait severely lacking from the original series, which took itself way too damn seriously. The original voice cast, who, aside from Mr. Freeman, sounded bored and indifferent in the original series, are all alive, vibrant, and bring real, visceral life to their characters in this rendition. Everything about it is just quality. So, go pick it up. Right now! We're really sorry that we didn't go into more detail this week, but I feel like sometimes we don't need to, I guess. And, I mean, don't take our word for it, just go watch it. Prove us wrong.
We dare you. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this week. Next time, hopefully we'll go back to... Well,
Must change the past. Abacadabra!
what the hell are you doing?
Damn it.
Seriously, what the hell, dude?
I don't know. I wanted us to go back in time so that we could review something much more awesome, like Full Metal Alchemist or Cowboy Bebop. I don't know, something so great that no matter what, you know, we go all the way through it because it's just so great. I don't know. I felt like the episode was just a disappointment this week after all the hype we built up for it.
There's always next week.
Darling, so there you are, with that look on your face, as if you're never hurt, as if you're never down. Oh, shall I be the one for you, who pinches you softly but sure? If a frown is shown, then I will know that you are no dreamer.
Why is Chrno pregnant?
You have to talk louder.
Why is Chrno pregnant? What are you telling me to do? Why is Chrno pregnant?
I don't know what you want from me. You're just done? Okay, alright, well, I guess that's that. See you never.